Just as long as it's grooving. Woo! What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Junior's World of Soul. I am back with the new video. Oh my God, y'all, we haven't talked for like 2 weeks. What is going on, y'all? But y'all know what time it is. It is Friday, so y'all know it is Flashback Friday. And as you can hear, I came in with the OJs. I love music. My favorite group of all time. I love the OJs. I did a video on them. I'm going to put it in the more info box so y'all can check it out and y'all can see the craziness and how much I love the OJs. It's kind of an older video, but it was dope. I was trying to do my thing in it, but y'all enjoy it. But I came in with the OJs because this Flashback Friday video is going to be about Philly Soul. So the way I came up with this Flashback Friday topic is I went to New Orleans for my best friend's birthday. And we was on, what is it, Frenchman Street? That's what it is. It was Frenchman Street. And we were walking down, this is like where like a lot of the bars where the music is playing and a lot of that. And we walking past all these jazz, and that's what I guess New Orleans is known for, like jazz and blues and things like that. But we passed one of these bars, and they were like playing Philly Soul. Like they were going crazy, the band, and they sounded amazing. So I started thinking, and I said, wait a minute, I don't have a video where I'm talking about Philly Soul. Now, don't get me wrong, I have a video about the OJs, but they're not, Philly Soul is just not about the OJs. So I figured, let me do a little video where I'm giving a little bit of respect to the legendary Gamble and Huff and give y'all my favorite 7 songs that will get me on the floor, but they came from the Philly Soul. So I figured, why not do that? So hopefully y'all got y'all red cups ready. As y'all can see, I always talk about a red cup, and I always have one in my videos. But now I went to New Orleans, and I got me a shirt, and it said, keep calm and drink. And then they have my red cup. So a lot of times when I'm in the moment, sometimes I forget to grab my red cup. Well, this time, now I don't have to worry about it because the red cup is always there. So I will always have a red cup on me because it's on my shirt. But anyway, hopefully you guys are ready to hear some good Philly Soul music. And let's get this rocking. So starting at number 7 is one of the best male singers of all time, in my opinion, and that's Mr. Teddy Pendergrass. Now, we know Teddy Pendergrass is known for his classics like Close the Door, Come On and Go With Me, Love Is Like a TKO, The Whole Town's Laughing at Me. We know him for his ballads. We know him for those type of songs. But let's not forget, Teddy Pendergrass has some classics as fast songs like Only You and I Don't Live Here Anymore. I Don't Love You Anymore. I said don't live here. I Don't Love You Anymore. 2 Hearts with him and Stephanie Mills. Like, he has fast songs. But this song right here just makes me want to move when I hear it. And when I hear it, it just gets me going. And we can start this countdown off a little something like this. And here we go. I just got to tell ya, woo, ha ha, I love that song. That song will get me moving. I do not care. And you know what's so crazy? I remember when I kind of paid attention to this song for the first time, like, you know, because I know my mom played it like crazy. She really played it like crazy. But for me, I just remember when my pops got it at this truck stop, because my pops was a tractor-trailer driver, and I remember him going into one of the truck stops, and he brought the best of Teddy Pendergrass, and I remember the song came on, and I was like, dang, that sounds good. So, you know, they see me rocking and see me like jamming to it, and here's my music teacher, who is my mother, and she's like, that's Teddy P with that good Gamble and her production. So I was just like, you know, so the questions started asking. I'm like, who's Gamble and Huff? And then my mom started telling me about the Philly Soul and all that good stuff. So I'm like, whoa. But what I really, really enjoyed about the song is the fact that while I'm listening to the lyrics and I'm grooving to it, there's a message behind it. And that's what I really enjoy. And especially at this part right here, I was just like, wow. Here we go. You can't hide from yourself. So, you see there was a message there. And that's one thing I did like about the Philly Soul. And when it came to Gamble and Huff, in their songwriting, there was always a message to listen to. So you grooving, but it's like, and for this song, for me, I felt like when I'm hearing it, I'm like, yo, you cannot hide who you are. You know what I mean? You gotta be you, because eventually it's gonna come out. If you try to lie about something and you're not being yourself, and you know you're not who you are, it's gonna come out eventually. So why hide yourself? And like he said, you can't hide from yourself. You know what I'm saying? So for me, that really struck me when I, first heard it. And it's crazy because I was telling my mom this story, and she like, are you kidding me? I played this song like crazy, and you're going to tell me that the first time you really paid attention to it is when your father poured it? And my father's a big hip-hop fan, so my mom is like, well, that kind of hurt her feelings a little bit. But it is what it is. But I love this song so much. For me, I'm just starting to get my own vinyl collection because my mom has the biggest vinyl collection. We got like 20 crates, and my mom is not trying to let it go. So I finally brought my own record player, and I started collecting my own vinyl. So I said, you know what? I'm going to look and do my digging. So I finally went digging, and I went to the Teddy Pendergrass section, and I said, I want the album with You Can't Hide From Yourself, because I don't know the Teddy albums like that. I don't know the names of them. So I'm looking through them, and I said, okay, you know what? If I find this, I'm getting it. And guess what? I found it. And it's off this album right here, and I think this is 1977. I think this was the debut, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, this was his debut after he left Hal Melvin and the Blue Notes. And it has, this album is, the first song is You Can't Hide From Yourself. So, that's how much I love it. And then you got The More I Get, The More I Want on here. The whole town's laughing at me. I Don't Love You Anymore. Like, this album is it. But the song that I really, really rock to is You Can't Hide From Yourself. And this production is just amazing. Just listen to it. God, that sound good. Gamble and Huff killed that. So see, I'm getting y'all started on the right foot. We jamming up in here. So, coming in at number 6 is a song that my mom calls the Brooklyn National Anthem. Every time this song is played, she is like, this is the Brooklyn National Anthem. This is the Brooklyn National Anthem. And the song that I'm going to give y'all, I was telling her about it, and she was like, you know that's the Brooklyn National Anthem. I was like, Mom, I'm going to put it in the video so people can know that this song is the Brooklyn National Anthem. So I think, vinyl-wise, I think my mother we have the original album, but we also have like the 12-inch vinyl, and I think my mom has literally 4 copies of it, if I'm not mistaken. She might got 5, if I'm not mistaken, but I remember seeing 2 in one crate and 2 in another. But I think we have another one too, if I'm not mistaken. And it's just amazing, for real, for real. And the song is dope, and it goes a little something like this. Here we go. Go back a little. Don't want to start it too much. Here we go. Message for Woo! So, Love is a Message by mother, father, sister, brother. Now this version that I'm playing is the version with 3 degrees. But the original version is just them, the instrumentation. There's no singing. You just hearing the production, and it's just amazing. Just a dope production. But the part that I really love about this song is this part right here. And let me tell you, I will groove like crazy to this joint. And here we go. Let's go back. Oh my God, I love a horn. Let me tell you something. If you got a horn and it sounds right on a beat, you got me. For real, for real. Like I was like, yo, every time that part comes up, it's like a breakdown for me. And if you give me a good breakdown, but with a great horn, you really, really got me. And so I remember the first time my mom played this song, and I was like, when I saw the album, I was like, what the heck is Mother, Father, Sister? No. I said, what is MFSB? And my mother was like, boy, that's Mother, Father, Sister, Brother. And I was like, oh, well, they're all playing the instrument. And my mom was like, yeah. And she was like, also Gamble and Huff also helped with the production as well. I was like, yo, that's talented if you got everybody in the family playing on this. And she was like, oh, yeah. And then, of course, she goes back and says, but you know that's the Brooklyn Anthem, right? I'm like, Ma, you told me that like 18 times before the damn song played. I'm like, I get it, Ma, I get it. But, you know, for me, I just love this part because, you know, it seems like, and my mom was absolutely right. When I looked under all the stuff on YouTube, and I was looking at each of the videos for Love is a Message, and in the comment section, you will always see Brooklyn National Anthem, Brooklyn National Anthem, and I'm like, wow. So Mom, you know, as much as she was stressing, it was like, wow, other people feel the same way. They even got one of the videos where it say Love is a Message NYC. So it was like, you know, it's crazy. I'm like, well, this is Philadelphia Soul. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? It was bigger in New York. Like, I don't understand. I was confused, but clearly my mom knows what she was talking about. I can never doubt my music teacher had. But there's a part that I think is so dope, and my mom kind of spits a little bit, and I only know the first rhyme, the first line, and she do alright on it for real. And I'm like, oh, let me find out. My mom used to spit a little bit, and it sound really, really good. But here we go. It goes a little something like this. Let the beat kind of come in a little bit. My name is Miss E, you know I'm on, you know I'm a rock to the break of dawn, and that's the only part I know. That's it. And then this part, study your lessons, 'cause a black man is a lie. Study your lessons, 'cause a black man is a lie. And every time that part used to come on, I'd be like, wait a minute, Ma, they're not saying that. And she like, oh, no, that's the words that we made, you know, we made up. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm like, well, dang, this really is an anthem for y'all. Y'all added your own words to it, but that was a message that, you know, they were saying, you know, as a kid, I would hear my mom say, study your lessons, study your lessons, study your lessons. And I'm like, as usual, with Philly Soul, there's always a message, and as a kid, I just always remember that, study your lessons. So as a kid, it's just like, that brings back so many memories. So, but anyway, that part is so dope, and that song is just amazing. And you know what's so crazy about this song is, my pops, like I said, is a hip-hop head, so he loves EPMD. So when he got the Unfinished Business album, it's a song on there they got called It's Time to Party. And they use the sample, right? And my mom says, here we go again. That's the Brooklyn National Anthem. I'm like, everybody in the car knows that. But I like the way, you know, Eric Sermon, or I'm just to say EPMD, used the sample. And here we go. It goes a little something like this. Listen to this. Party, party, party. Woo! Y'all hear it. they did their thing on that, and I love my mom. Like, well, they from Long Island, so they already know what it is. And I'm like, this lady. But, yo, Love Is a Message is a joint that will get you moving, and that's why it had to be on this countdown. And, yeah, so that's coming in at number 6. Sticking to Mother, Father, Sister, Brother, the next joint coming in at number 5 is a classic. Classic, hands down. Back in the days, in the 70s, you can watch this and hear it every Saturday. I think maybe after the second, maybe the third season, this became the theme song. Because before then, it was slow. It used to be slow. But then after, you know, maybe the third season, this song was, I guess, made for that. And it doesn't need any introduction. You will know it. But if you don't have a clue by now, I will say also R.I.P. to Don Cornelius. And if that didn't give you a clue, I don't know what else could give you a clue. But here we go, and it goes a little something like this, coming in at number 5. Here we go. Hey, oh, that sounds so good. I don't care, like, when you hear that song, it will get you moving, it will get you rocking, and for real, every time you think about that, you think about Soul Train. You think about Soul Train, and TSOP is the title, which stands for the sound of Philly, and this joint will have me getting down with my red cup, for real. You know what I'm saying? And clearly I don't need it no more, because I got it on me, so it don't matter. But, you know what? I just so wish that they would have played this while we was in New Orleans, because I swear to God, this part when it came up, I would have ate that floor. Woo! Hey! Woo! Oh, God, like I told y'all, I love a horn. And a break like that with a horn is just dope. Oh my God. So, you know, if I was doing a Philly soul list, this song had to be part of it. I would be a fool not to add this part in it. For real. And look, if anybody gonna use this sample, if anybody, you better use it the right way, because this is a classic right here. So don't mess up this song. Please, if you're gonna use this, clearly these younger generations, but they like to use a lot of auto-tune. But it's not even about that, because it's Flashback Friday. But anyway, coming in at number 4, even the Jacksons had to get down with the Philly Soul, because it was just so good. But I feel like this was a big move for the Jacksons, because when they hooked up with Gamble and Huff, to me it's kind of parallel to when New Edition went with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. You know, I felt like when, you know, the Jacksons, they started to get older, and, you know, they were ready to, you know, talk about stuff that they're comfortable with. They don't want to be singing ABC no more, and that's where kind of Motown wanted to keep them there. So when they got with Gamble and Huff, they kind of gave them a more mature sound, just like Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis did for New Edition with the Heartbreak album. It was time to be, they were becoming men. You know what I mean? So when they went to Gamble and Huff, you know, they gave the Jacksons some classes. They gave them Show You the Way to Go, Dreamer, Keep On Dancing. But this song right here will always be a favorite of mine of the Jacksons, because we can't call them Jackson 5 no more, because Motown owned the name, so they changed it to Jacksons when they got the Epic, but that's neither here nor there. But this song, to me, is one of my favorites, and it's just, I just love it. And I'm like, yo, like, and see them do it live, they kill it, man. And I'll be on YouTube watching every live performance. But here is number 4, and it goes like this. Woo! You got to enjoy yourself. Woo! Oh my God, like that song is just, it's so funky. That's what I like about it, because it's just funky. You know what I mean? Like, it's just make you just want to put on some bell bottoms and rock out. You know what I'm saying? It's just so dope for real. And for me, during the 70s, they had a lot of good breakdowns. And this song, in my opinion, has one of the best breakdowns ever, for real, for real. And it just feels so good, and it makes you just want to get up and groove. If you ain't grooving by the time this breakdown comes in, then I don't know what's wrong with you. But it's just dope. And here is the breakdown. Here we go. Go back a little. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Woo! Then they come back again like, come on, yo. You can't tell me that did not feel good, yo. I love that, man. For real, for real. You can't tell me that didn't feel good. It felt so good. Like, I just like that production. Campbell and Huff. Oh, my God. That's, oh, Lord. But, you know, so many people use this sample. One of the most, you know, I guess, not people, but how can I say this? Well, let's just say the Backstreet Boys used it. And, you know, I was a fan of the Backstreet Boys in my late 90s day. Like, I liked them. But they had a song called, Let's Have a Party, and they used the sample, and I was like, oh, they used the sample right. So, you know, y'all can check that out. I'll put in the more info box so y'all can check that out. But, yo, every time Enjoy Yourself, the breakdown comes in, that joint sounds so good. And just the fact that they even put the breakdown in the beginning shows how good this song, the breakdown is. Like, listen, listen. Like, come on. They put it there, and then they put it in the middle. Like, that's a dope breakdown. Just to hear it when it's coming on, and then in the middle of the song, they do it again. Like, that's just dope. Dope. But coming in at number 4, had to give it to the Jacksons for Enjoy Yourself. Now, the next 2 songs is coming from a favorite group who I started the video out with, the OJs. I call them the kings of Philly International Records, for real, because between 1972 and 1978, they held it down. It was hits after hits after hits after hits. So they were the kings to me. They were rocking. You know what I'm saying? So coming in at number 3 is the debut single off the Backstabbers album, which I do have. Which I do have. And it's just a feel-good record, and it doesn't need a title. And it goes a little something like this. And here we go. Go back. Here we go. What they do? They smile in your face all the time. They want to take your place. The Backstabbers. Backstabbers. They smiling in your face all the time. They want to take your place. The Backstabbers. Woo! Oh, that feels so good. Oh, man, for real. Like, it just feels so good when you hear it. And it's not even a fast tempo, but it still makes you want to groove. For real, for real. And it was crazy because me and my brother Sin was talking about the OJs. And we were just talking about how we felt like Eddie and Walter's voices were like made. It was like a marriage that was supposed to happen, because the way they go back and forth on this song, it was just magic. You know what I'm saying? And then it plays off of each other. Like Eddie comes in and say his part, and Walter comes in and say his part, and then you had all 3 of the guys come in with their harmony. Like, it was just dope. You know what I mean? And I just love having these conversations with my brother Sin, because we can go for hours and hours and hours. But anyway, back to the video. Every time I think about this song and every time I'm listening to it, I think about their performance on Soul Train. And those Soul Train kids was going off. Do you hear me? They were going off. And like I said, the song has a little mid-tempo groove, but you still can rock off. Like, listen. Like, it just has that dope groove that it just makes you want to dance. You know what I mean? You ain't got to be all crazy with it, but you still got a nice little two-step to it. And it's just dope, for real. So, so many people use the sample. Angie Stone, Drake, Junior Mafia, TLC, and many others. And like I said, one thing I liked about Philly Soul is, and with Gamble and Huff and their songwriting, that they had a message behind it. With this song, it's just telling you to watch out for backstabbers. Like, that's real life. Like, you need to hear that. You know what I mean? So, for that, you can groove to a song, but there's always a message behind it. And that's what I really liked about Philly Soul and Gamble and Huff. So, coming in at number 3 is OJ's Backstabbers. Well, keeping it with my boys and keeping it with the message, coming in at number 2 is a favorite of mine from the OJs. And when this song comes on, it's a rap. It is a rap. 2 songs from the OJs actually gets me like this. One of them is Living for the Weekend. Living for the Weekend, it starts off slow, and then it goes fast, and then it comes back slow. And my grandma will play that because everybody in my family know I love the OJs. So any OJ song you play, you got me. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when I'm coming home, from Maryland to go home to Jersey, and I walk in, and grandma be at the computer, and I walk in, and I hear Living for the Weekend, and it just starts off slow, and then it goes fast, and then it's over. But then the second song is this song right here. I go in on this record, so it had to be part of this countdown. I could not talk about this song, and it's also a message, as usual, and it goes a little something like this. Here we go, back up. Come on. Got to give the people what they want. Woo! Yo, this song is so funky, yo. Like, it's so funky. Gamble and Huff produced and wrote and bodied the hell out of this song. Like, it just makes you want to move. You just hear them, and it's just so funky. Like, and seeing them do it live. Like, on YouTube, there's so many live performances they do this, and it's just so dope. For real. And I love a horn. For real. So when I was doing this video on the OJs, and this part came up, it was like, I was trying to do the click clap, but you couldn't really see me. So I got up and tried to do it, but it still looked stupid. But when you watch the video, you probably laugh at it. But this part right here, don't even talk to me. Don't even say nothing to me because I'm in the groove and I'm rocking to it. And it's just, when this part comes on, it's just like, something takes over me. I don't know what. And, me and my red cup just be ready to go in. And here we go. Just listen. Come on. Don't do that to me. You better, woo! Get the people what? Get the people what? Get the people what? Give them what they want. Woo! Like, come on, yo. You just hearing that horn, and that horn is just going in, and it's just, it just takes me somewhere, and I just be losing it. And especially during this time, I'm not DJing. Because they know I'm not the person DJ when it comes to the old days, because I play the whole song. And as a DJ, you can't do that. You got to kind of get people to that point, and then you got to kind of go on to another one. I can't do that with the OJs, especially not with this song. So most of the time, my mom is playing the OJs, because then she'll know what part to come out of, because I play the whole song and won't care. But anyway, this part right here, I feel like, again, with Philly Soul, they were bringing messages. They were speaking for what our community wanted to say. And we had a lot to say. And I feel like in the 70s, this was a time where artists were made to be artists. Like I said, like I feel in the 60s, it was all about having that mainstream appeal, had other people writing your music. You really couldn't put really yourself into it. And when it came to the 70s, you had people like Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye, Donny Hathaway, Aretha. You had a lot of these, artists talking about issues that we were dealing with in our community. So it was good to, you know, hear people like the OJ saying, give the people what they want, and Backstabbers and Love Train and For the Love of Money. Like, we want to hear songs like that because it speaks for us. And I love even in this song where Eddie kind of breaks it down. He kind of talks for us. And I love that part in the song. And here we go. Give y'all a little sample of that. Here we go. Like, come on, like, I like that. Like, you know, and even, go ahead, Walter. Like, this is what we're going through right now, you know what I mean? And for them to put it in the song and saying, yo, this is what we need, I think that was so dope. And to add that into the song, that was dope by Gamma Huff, for real, for real. So, you know, so many people use that sample, too. EPMD, KRS-One, DJ Premier, and Guru, they used it, and they used it the right way. And like I will keep saying, hip-hop was created off of soul music, because if you listen to a lot of the 80s, and 90s old school hip-hop, a lot of it was soul samples. A lot of it was James Brown. So it was like, you know, that's why I'm like, in a way, how hip-hop has changed and all that good stuff, but it's not even about that. Let's just get focused, because y'all know I can lose it and go somewhere else, but we don't need to be going there. Go back to the video. But, as I can say, giving people what they want, coming in at number 2, classic record. I wish I could click, clap, and all that for y'all, but it's all good. Hopefully y'all can go cop the joint if you don't have it. But coming in at number 1 is the song that every family should have, should be played at every family reunion, every family party. It was done by 2 great songwriters at Philadelphia International Records. They have wrote for so many people. They wrote for the OJs. They wrote for, you know, Patti LaBelle. They wrote for many people, but they finally got this big hit, and it was a classic, and it will remain a classic, and it's just amazing. And I had to make this the number 1 song because it makes you groove. It cross all ages, and it goes a little something like this. Here we go. Back up. Come up. Okay. We got the groove. Hey, ha! Come on now. Come on now. You know this had to be the number 1 song. Come on now. Like, Ain't No Stopping Us Now by McFadden and Whitehead. Come on, man. You cannot not have this on your list as a top record from the Philly soul. Come on. Come on. But, this song, like I said, has to get played at family functions. I know at mine, when this song is played, everybody is jamming. Little kids, teenagers, you know, grown-ups, older heads. Everybody is on the floor rocking. You see red cups in the air, and you see the dance floor is packed. And it's just a beautiful record, and it crossed all ages, and that's why I had to make this a number 1 song, for real, for real. And one thing I do love about this song, because my grandmother, as y'all know, me and my mother is crazy. We like to get down, as y'all can see in my videos. I get everything from her, musically, everything from her. We love the breakdown of this song because my grandma is not a big dancer. But when we at a family function and this part comes up, we like to grab her on the floor and, you know, dance with us a little bit. And it's just a good family moment. So I just love this part right here. And it's just like I told you, I love a good breakdown. If you give me a good breakdown, you got me. But here we go. Come on, y'all. That breakdown sounds so good, y'all. And my grandma do her little thing. You know what I'm saying? It'll be all three of us rocking. You know what I'm saying? It's just a good moment, for real, for real. And this song is just so classic, and it had to be #1, for real, for real. And for me, I put this song equal to Before I Let Go by Frankie Beverly and Maze. Like, I feel like those songs are neck and neck, and those are songs that should not be touched. And if you're going to touch it, you better do right for it. Because if you do a messed up sample with this song, you messed up. Like, for real. Like, Vivian Green did a great, great job with her sample of Before I Let Go for her song, Get Back Right With My Baby, if I'm saying it right. But, yeah, she used the sample right. When it comes to other people, and y'all gonna use this sample, please use it right. But seem like with this generation here, just add an auto-tune in there and think it's cute. And it's not. But anyway, this song is just amazing. Like I said, it had to come in at my #1. But, y'all, those are my top 7 songs from Philly Soul. Can't Hide From Yourself by Teddy Pendergrass. Mother, Father, Sister, Brother with Love Is a Message, and TSOP with The Sounds of Philadelphia. The Jacksons with Express Yourself. The OJs with Backstabbers and Give the People What They Want. And McFadden and Whitehead with Ain't No Stopping Us Now. Now, this video didn't even do so much justice, but I hope you can understand the impact that Gamble and Huff had on R&B music. Like, they are a big impact. You know what I'm saying? Like, the 70s was full of songs coming out of Philly. Like, for real. Like, they definitely solidified their legacy because they made songs that became part of our lives, became soundtrack to people's lives, and then they had a message behind it. And that's what I really, really enjoy about Gamble and Huff, for real, for real. And, you know, the new crew that I'm down with, the Congregation, and, you know, my homeboy, Jazz, he said, Jay, he was like, you know, he asked a question, yo, who is your favorite 5, you know, producers and songwriters? And he named his 5, and I named my 5, and I was like, damn. And then when I did this video, I was like, damn, Gamble and Huff should be top 5. Like, yo, them dudes were amazing, and they deserve all their stripes, and I wish this video, you know, did them a little justice, but all these songs that I played were hits, and they had songs, like, their catalog is ridiculous, but like I said, you know, I did this video because I didn't have a Philly Soul video, and I wanted to dedicate it to, you know, Gamble and Huff and the contribution they made to music, and hopefully I did them a little bit of justice. But these were my top 7 songs. Put in the comment section of your top 7 songs, and maybe I missed, or maybe some of these songs you might didn't know, or maybe you didn't like. Let me know in the comment section, and hopefully y'all enjoy. And since we on this, Ain't Nobody Stopping Us Now, why not go out on the song? And here we go. Come on. Woo! I'm out, y'all. Peace.